All right, so one more thing that I want to show you guys is when you're putting fractions in and you're adding and subtracting or dividing or multiplying them, the importance of moving the arrow over. So let's say I want to add 1/2 plus 1/4. So I have 1/2. And if I don't move that arrow over and I put that plus sign, you see how the plus sign still lands underneath the fraction? Because right now the calculator doesn't realize that 1/2 is your fraction, and it's going to start doing some really weird things. So you've got to make sure that that when you're done with your fraction, once you've put the fraction in, that you hit that arrow over to let the calculator know that this is my fraction and everything I'm putting after that is a part of something else. So let me go back and I'm going to delete this. And anytime you delete, that's your delete button. So now I've got the arrow, I hit my arrow over. So now you see how my box is blinking beside it? Now I'm going to put the plus sign, and see how that makes more sense? Now the plus sign is beside the fraction, and then I can add 3/4 to that. And then again, I hit the arrow over so the calculator knows that's the end of that fraction. And then when I press enter, it'll give me my correct answer, 1 1/4. So you want to make sure that you hit the arrow over anytime you're done with your fraction. So let's do an example together. So let's put in a mixed number because those are a little bit more complicated. So we're going to multiply 3.5 times 2 1/4. So let's put in our first mixed number. So let's clear that screen. Let's put in a 3.5. Remember, you hit the unit button, then 1/2. Then make sure you hit the arrow over so that you can show that this is my mixed number. Then hit the multiply sign. Then you want to put in 2. And then we're going to put in our unit button again so that we can put in our next fraction. And I think I said 3/4. If I didn't, we're going to make it 3/4. And then we're going to move it over again so that the calculator knows these are my two mixed numbers that I'm multiplying together, and now find me the answer. And it gives you 9 5/8. So anytime you are adding, subtracting, or multiplying, basically you have to always tell the calculator when you're done with your fraction by hitting the arrow over.